loss of down. They'll come up here with a second and goal. McDonald. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
McFarland. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's McDonald. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Burrow, airing one out for Boyd. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 77 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, McFarland. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Boyd. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A quick toss outright. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. McDonald sets to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Steelers.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. He's got White here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Throwing on 1st down, McDonald. And this one is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. McDonald got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. McDonald. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll run with McFarland. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Anthony McFarland with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
That ties the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece.
For Pittsburgh.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after chip, it got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 77 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And he knocks it through.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, McDonald. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
To throw on second down, McDonald. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Bengals 24.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And it's third down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Complete to Washington. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 2nd and 6. Being chased out left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and it's 24-17.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Steelers 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
For Tyler Boyd, incomplete. Minka Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Flushed out right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Smith-Schuster.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up
from the gun on 3rd down. McDonald, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Pickup on the play.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, McDonald flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. McDonald. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. A handoff to Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
55 is my guy, 55. Hey, get in the way with it.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Ball carrier.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score. Bengals 31.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Switch.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McDonald. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, McDonald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This is Johnson. He's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
9 yards.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, McDonald. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. McDonald. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Micah Fitzpatrick. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 1st down, McDonald. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Mixon. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on